Hey everybody, it's Heed. Um, I was just thinking about some stuff kind of to do with autism, I guess. Okay, now I know what I'm saying. Um, okay, it's about being ashamed. So I think that normally people are ashamed. Like if their place is a mess and they're gonna have someone over, like someone's gonna see the inside of their home, they're really like all worried about it and they're like freaking out and doing the cleaning. And that just doesn't make sense to me because it's like, why would you try to show someone that your life is a certain way and it's a lie? Like, why are you? I don't understand why you're so embarrassed of the way that you actually live all the time. I'm not. I'm not embarrassed of how my house looks. And it doesn't look great. Like, maybe I should be embarrassed. Like, I'm not a big cleaner and I'm the cleaner here. So, like, things aren't organized, they're not clean. It's kind of crazy. Like, but I just don't care. I don't have that motivation of from other people or being afraid of like what they're going to think. Like, I've been in a lot of times in situations where, like, if I was living with a boyfriend or something, that the day before or like quickly before someone comes over, they're like rushing all around and trying to clean. And it's like, I've never seen you cleaning before. This is the only time, is just to cover up. And then another thing is, that's another example of me not being ashamed when maybe I should be. Well, I came home one day as the garbage truck was passing by, and I didn't know if it was like garbage or recycling organics. I didn't know which one it was. But I was like, oh shit, I have to get the green bin out. So like I ran and put the green bin out and I was like, it was going down the road, so it's a dead end. So I was like, well, they're gonna come back. So maybe they'll notice if it is even the green bin truck. But anyway, they didn't take it. So then now it takes 2 weeks for it to get taken. Like it was probably just a different truck, who knows? But it'll take 2 weeks for it to come. So what did I do? I had this disgusting heavy green bin that was still full. I just did nothing. I didn't move it because I was like, I don't want it to come close to the house now. Like, it's terrible. And I know, like, it's inconvenient it being by the road, but I think, like, people would be embarrassed because they're like, it's a sign of, like, not having it together. I guess maybe I'm just like, but that's the truth. So I'm like, whatever. If I'm a total mess, I think that that's the way I should be represented. Like, if I forgot to put my garbage out, if I forgot to get my stuff taken, like, okay, I'm just not that embarrassed about it. Like, what will the neighbors think? That's not something that I would be worried about. I actually had someone say that to me because my son was kind of having a freak out, and there was someone sleeping in the house. So I like hauled him out the door just to like get the loudness to be on the other side of the door. And then I was spoken to after that about how, like, they said, what will the neighbors think? And I thought, isn't what the neighbors think less important than the truth of what's actually going on? Because it was pretty shitty. Like, there was a reason I was so worried about it, that my son was making noise. It was because the situation was really shitty. So the actual real situation, like reality, was more important to me than how things look. Like if something happens where things look bad, then I would hope that someone would come to me and say, I was just a little concerned because of blah 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 blah, and then I could say, oh, it's just this happened, or like I fucked up something, like I can admit that I've done something wrong, or like I'm not afraid to say like I made a mistake. Yeah, it's an interesting topic. It comes up in other ways too, like with my like hygiene. Like I've taken to not wearing deodorant. I just like stopped having deodorant. I don't know what happened. I just stopped buying deodorant. I don't like it. I do smell myself sometimes. Sometimes I smell bad. But also like, okay, is it bothering someone? No one's telling me it's bothering them. And I'm not like, I don't like work in public or anything. Like There's nothing to really be freaked out about someone noticing. Like, the rumors will fly. No, they won't. What rumors? With who? you know, it's just not really a thing. Anyway, I'd be interested to hear what anyone else has to say about, like, things that you should be ashamed of, or, like, how you feel ashamed. Like, it's not that I never feel ashamed. I do. I do feel shame, for sure. But just these specific things that seem to be quite common in people, I guess neurotypicals, maybe, I just really don't share. Like, people are so embarrassed, especially about the state of their house. Like, especially a woman, right? A woman about the state of her house, she's, like, so embarrassed. But I think even the man, too, even if he's not the one who was ever going to do something about it, he's still ashamed. Like, I'm ashamed my wife didn't clean it up better? Like, fuck you. What? You're ashamed for something someone else didn't do? Just fuck off at that point, I say. Anyway, sorry if I'm a bit intense. I probably seem a little different than usual. I am now on my ADHD meds. Today is day 3 of Vyvanse. Woo! I'm a little bit, it was like night and day. It did make a huge difference. But I'm a little bit freaked out feeling still. I'm not really eating very well, which is a concern with it. Like, it's an appetite. It can really take down your appetite. They did weigh me before they gave it to me. And, yeah. I have almost 60 pills, so I guess I'm doing it, man. 2 months. I got enough for 2 months. Yeah, it's amazing how awake I feel. Like, I can't believe how much I was always battling how tired I was. I didn't even notice. Like, I think that was part of the constant need for stimulation, or, like, the problem with being bored. On the one hand, I think it has to do with being afraid of going into a downward spiral, like with depression. But on the other hand, it also is to do with how tired I feel. Because if I'm so tired, like, I can't just sit there and be bored. If I'm so tired, I have to be entertained. Like, there's a demand for entertainment from my mind. Or it's like, I'm going to go to sleep right now if something interesting doesn't happen, right? It's so hard to stay awake. Like, your eyes just start shutting on you. Like, yeah, it's cool stuff. I'm still figuring it out. It's still a little iffy, like, because, like, my stomach doesn't feel the best. Yeah, wish me luck. I'd be interested to hear what anybody thinks about shame, because I think it's a really interesting topic. Bye, guys.